I want to quickly ask Mr. Tolu one question. I was calling your attention, and I just wanted Mr. Tolu to help me answer one or two questions. Because he mentioned that his party, when they were talking about security and some things that his party has done, and of course, we cannot take away the fact that he is an active member of the government. We cannot take that away in this conversation. And if we are having discussions like this, these are things we must touch. In a letter that Tolu wrote to GEJ, that's former President Goodluck Jonathan. Tolu said, "My point is, I doubt that Nigerians and their news media are singling you out for ill treatment." That's to GEJ. "It's not about you being a certain president or a Christian or an German. It's far more likely to be about the action and inaction of your government." Those are Tolu's words. That the result of what the media is reporting about former President Goodluck Jonathan when he was president are as a result of his actions and inactions as president of the country. He further went ahead to say, "Mr. President, step out of the trenches. Your battle is not against the media or ordinary Nigerians who want to express their frustrations and disappointments. I suspect that your battle is instead with many of those characters who surround you, claiming to be friends and loyalists, but who imprison you within a dangerous bubble and delight in misleading you for their own selfish ends." Could we say, with Tolu's defense, just with the little he has said in this our meeting, could we say that in this defense, Tolu is one of those that is imprisoning this current administration in that bubble? Because we now look like the bad ones. We that are saying, "Fuel no day, money no day, insecurity, that one." We that are speaking up, we now feel it now looks like we are the noisemakers, which Tolu himself referred himself to be at that time, that don't see me as if I do not like you or I hate you. I am just speaking out my mind. Now, finally,
wait.
One second.
You have called.
One second. Let me just finish. Now, Tolu also rightly said that there are three leading presidential candidates. If I think that's the popular belief, there might be some that are more popular. We do not know, but to him, the APC candidate, the PDP candidate, and the Labour Party candidates are the leading presidential candidates. And we have all said it is right to vote for whoever it is that we want to vote for. And he has said that in his own opinion, he believes that his own candidate will do the job excellently well. Some years back, I want to read this from my brother, Tolu. He said, "I'm busy writing a new constitution for Nigeria. Henceforth, all sick presidents must stay home and receive native treatment. No more abroad." I just want to ask one question. All of those three, in those three presidential candidates that Tolu believes that there are three leading presidential candidates, does it believe that all three, if any of them becomes president, is medically, physically, mentally, psychologically fit to be president of Nigeria?
Okay. So, I mean, I for me, it's not ideal that this has become a conversation about Tolu. I mean, I'm happy to have a one-on-one with you. I think it's most unfair, I guess, even to show, we have gathered here to talk about youth participation in politics, I think it's most unfair and opportunistic, to attempt to make this particular conversation about me when we could have done this. And I guess this is one of the problems that, I tend to have with people of my generation, where, it's just this cheap opportunism. which I think is what Macaroni has just done here, where we have a conversation. No.
You
have spoken. No. Debo, you've spoken now. Sheun gathered us to talk about youth participation in politics, but you have now decided to make this, this is you have completely diverted this into something else. Unfortunately, we don't.
These are your words. These are your words. And if we are talking about nation building,
you have spoken. Debo, you have spoken. But I think that, it is this kind of cheap opportunism, and I guess you've done this now and you think that you've been an activist. But unfortunately, I'm not even sure that we have enough time to go into this. What I will just quickly say is that I stand by every single thing that I have ever said. Secondly, I want you to show me anywhere, and you're a giveaway master. Maybe I should even do giveaway now, and I will do giveaway. If you can show me anywhere where I have suggested that Nigeria does not face challenging issues, where I have attempted. Wait.
I'm talking about what you just said now. It's not. We don't need to go far. What words? I want you to. What words? Say it. What words? Where did I downplay the? You said that it is easy. You said just here. You said that it is easy for us to talk about that the government has not been doing this or the government has not been doing that.
Yes.
And that we are not talking about the active steps that the government has been taking to ensure that things are better. You mentioned one startup, something.
Wait, how is that?
What I am telling you is that in your words, those things that you are accusing us of not saying are things we are not saying because the actions and inactions of your government, in your own words, have recounted those things.
I think, I hate that this has become a back and forth between you and I. But how does pointing out what a government has achieved, how does pointing out what a government has achieved become saying that there's nothing wrong with Nigeria? How shallow? Listen, no, Debo, how shallow does anybody have to be? Listen, Debo, wait. You have spoken.
Government now. You have spoken.
You have spoken. You have called my name. I have to apologize to you, Sheun, that this has had to go this way. I'm more than happy to have another conversation with Debo, where it's me and him one-on-one, and not hijacking your own platform. But I think the point I'm trying to make is that, look, my job, I'm special assistant to the president on digital and new media. My job is to highlight what the government is doing. If anybody now decides, because they don't understand, or because they're not paying attention, or because they are so eager to attack me, if anybody now decides that, listen to me, you have to calm down.
I want to point out the words you are using. It's not an attack. We were having a conversation.
You just calm down. If you decide that you don't like the fact that Tolu is highlighting what the government he works for has achieved, that's not my business. That's not my problem. That's your problem. Listen now. Debo, I allowed you
that the government has brought.
Debo, I allowed you to talk. Now,
okay.
I work as you might call me a spokesperson for the government. It is my job to amplify and to highlight what I think the government is doing, whether it's in infrastructure, whether it's in social investment, whether it's legislative proposals. That is my work. Now, I believe I've done that to the best of my ability. Yeah. Now, but it's another thing now for you to now accuse me of saying that I'm saying that there are no issues with Nigeria. Do you follow me at all? Do you pay attention to the things that I say? So when you falsely accuse me of downplaying, you have accused me. I at no point, at best, I would decide to be silent about a bunch of things, because of my public position, but for you to accuse me of, I've never anywhere said that.
I know you say that I should not talk, but I'm not talking about any other thing other than what you yourself have said here.
Debo,
simply made reference to the conversation that we are having here.
Debo, what did I say here? I highlighted that. Listen to me now. You are just acting like this is like you are. This is
no. Now you are the one. You are the one saying I'm opportunistic. I'm attacking. So I'm trying to clarify these things to you. It's not a fight. I'm not fighting you. I'm simply letting you understand the things that you said, and I'm bringing them to life.
I think you should listen. Look. Your argument. You don't make a better point by shouting or by not allowing me to talk. You don't.
I'm listening to you. I just also have to clarify the type of things that you are saying, so that we don't run off with the wrong impression.
I have not done anything here other than cite some of the things that I consider to be the achievements of the government that I work for. Now, if you disagree with those achievements, that is fine. If you are not happy that I cited them, that is fine. But I have not done anything other than mention that these are the things, these are some of the. So, why are you vexing that?
Are you saying I cannot react to those things that you have said? Is that what you are saying? You also have responded to some points. You responded to a point I made. You responded to a point I made.
Yeah.
So can't you respond to our point?
Guys, just a moment. Tolu, and
when I talk about the Startup Act, for example, why is Debo why is he annoyed? Is it a lie?
I'm not annoyed.
Is it a lie?
Just remember.
When I talk about infrastructure, when I talk about the situation,
I want us to do something quickly. Tolu, just a moment. Just a moment. Tolu, hold on 1 minute.
This is a personal
attack on me. Just hold on 1 minute. Can you hold on for 1 minute? Hold on for 1 minute. I want us to take it one after the other, so that just hold on. I want us to be able to take it one after the other. Tolu, let me allow you to respond to what Debo asked you. Then I'll probably
you never respond, sis.
so that we can take it one after the other, so that we can have the headway. Tolu, please, you have the floor now.
Why? When I talk about Startup Act, or when I talk about the situation in the Northeast in 2015 and today, are they lies? If they are lies, then say they are. Do you understand? If they are lies, say they are. But don't invent, don't invent stuff and say that I'm saying what I'm not saying. When I point out what an achievement is, that this is what has been done. Why do you have issues with what has been done? The Peter Obi that you are supporting, is he not going to come and do stuff as well? When he does those stuff, are you not going to say that he did this stuff? The people that are supporting Peter Obi, are they not telling us that he did this and this and this in Anambra? So how is it a problem when I come in a job that I do, a job that I've done for 7 years, to highlight the things that I think my government has done? How is that a problem for you? And how is that something to be twisted into me downplaying whatever the challenges that Nigerians are facing? Do you think that I do not feel, do you think that, look, in case you do not know, I've worked for the president for 7 years. I do not have an official house. I do not have an official car. I do not have an official driver. I do everything that you do as a citizen. I deal with everything you have to deal with as a citizen. So when you just talk, I know you may be angry, and I know that for you, maybe the way to bring out your anger is to lash out in this way. But tell me how I have done anything out of place by highlighting the achievements of the government I've worked for.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Tolu.
All right, Tolu, Tolu, have you landed? Yeah, Tolu, have you landed?
Well, I have, but again, it's a bit of a shame that, look, we had a conversation about youth participation in politics and all that. We had bigger issues to discuss. If Debo wants to take me on, Debo, let's fix a time. Let's do a one-on-one conversation.
Pressing issues, my brother.
Debo, no, it's not about that. Sheung has
gathered. We are in election.
Cynthia,
you
there are other people on this. There are other people on this conversation.